What's going on, guys? Welcome to this video. Just going to go over price action. We've blown the roof off EU. I was in a buy that I'm going to go through also, and yeah, let me just break it down, let me know what you think. I also have been working on another entry that I took, however I don't want to show any confusion. I'll break it down and let me know what you think, because obviously I know what it's like when you're learning a strategy or maybe new to trading. For the best outcome, you want to stick to one strategy, one person or group, one pair, one trading session, like trading in London or you're not New York, whatever fits your lifestyle. And this is going to set you up for the best success and growth if you stick to it, be disciplined and have consistency in your approach. So let me know what you think about this entry, and I could show them, or it's very similar, just in a different location. So it's just something I've been working on. I thought I'd be transparent and show it. So your feedback is welcome. Let me know what you think. And yeah, thank you all. Appreciate you all. Let me get into this. So this is a higher time frame. We have our swing points here. And in the previous video, we went through why this was a very weak, or was too weak to be classed as a break of structure. And then we start to give bearish price action, internal 4-hour market shift. Of course, we have to pull back if we are going to put in the new higher low on the higher time frame. So of course, you can trade this pro order flow shots into discount of the leg to then take your pro trend, pro order flow moves. So just trying to have this understanding. So I was following understanding that this price action was bearish, but I said I was waiting for a 15 market shift in this zone to continue with the bullish price action, if that was to happen. So yeah, that was the higher time frame story. Obviously we've reacted nice in here. I also say in previous recaps, I really do like the deeper half of the zone. It's where the most people fear that if it goes this deep, people are too scared to buy. They feel like it's just going to keep on going. So the deeper halves of the zones are very nice. It's got a massive psychology effect on people to too much fear in them to be buying here, thinking we're going to get smashed. But I also like to get my medium time frames to align with the higher time frames, just for the more high probability areas and trades, yada yada. But yeah, let me drop into the medium time frames. I had my, let me go through this is so clean. I had this, obviously I've got my refined zones in blue, just a minute, just to be clear. And I had a refined zone here marked up, and look, it's, how clean that is. Actually during the session I had it marked like this, but I went down to the 5 just to see what it looked like, and thought, going to take the extreme here. I actually used this for quickness. The extreme, oh, wrong one. Use this, but I brought this down to here like this, because this, as the extreme swept to the left, we could run this low and then continue. That's why the refined zones are very powerful. They're not always going to work out, but they are strong, and you can see in a lot of my recaps that they do hold a lot of weight. And look how clean that one is. But yeah, go to the 15. So I was waiting for my 15-minute market shift, which we got here. We take this low, we take this high, we start getting bullish price action, and then we break this high here. So when I come to the trading session, February started nice. It was the first yesterday, and I took this buy, TP got hit, and ultimately the new higher high got put in. And just for the session I took this, the daily is bullish, 4-hour is bullish, 15-minute is bullish. So if I got a 1-minute market shift, so in bullish intentions here, I was going to buy during my trading session, during my hours. London Open closed at 10 AM UK time, 5 PM here in Thailand. And I have this liquidity to take here right on the entry. So at least I'm going to get a reaction from here. If not, and my analysis is correct, You know, if not this, we're going to put in the higher high, and if not put in the higher high, we're at least going to react from this POI here. And look how clean it reacts to this POI here, which I did monitor because my TP got hit just as the New York Open, and I monitored this because obviously it must have been because of that. My routine was a little bit different last night, and I had a look, and I just took a paper trade, and it actually played out. But very, very counter trend, and I wouldn't have traded this live because of the news, and obviously we are massively against the higher time frame. That's the reason why I bought here. And if we're attacking the higher high, you don't want to be selling when price action is coming to attack this. So yeah, but I'll show it on the screen. It was just for shits and giggles, to be honest. But so that was my 15-minute story. So everything is bullish, and obviously you're going to see price action develop in the 1 minute before you do in the medium time frames, and you know, to follow through to the higher time frames. So I'm at the screen at like 2:30 here in Thailand, and the London Open is 3 PM here. So this is all happening, and then it happens during my trading hours. So my job is just to execute, and you know, if I get a break even, or it is what it is. I've got loads of confluences to reasons why this trade got taken. I hope it just doesn't show any confusion, but it's very similar. We also have, if you use the extreme, a last point of supply, which I'm going to go through at the end of this video. It's been requested. You could use this. You could also use down in here. All you want to see is a reaction, and then yeah, that'd probably be a better one, but that's it right at the edge, so it's even powerful also. You want to see coming into supply, a reaction, not being able to follow through, and then, you know, ultimate buyers taking over. So we come into here, supply tries to gain control, and then buyers overpower supply. So this is the last point of supply. So this one here is much more cleaner, and we leave behind liquidity to take. This is what we want, very clean, and then price obviously continues. And then we want to buy from the extreme that caused the move and what swept liquidity. So we get it here. We've got liquidity to take, we've got a last point of supply, very clean, and if we follow the price action, a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high, a break of structure, we should come in to put in a higher low to put in a new higher high. So everything started to align, all the confluences started to add up, and I hope that makes sense. Please do let me know. So yeah, I was in this trade. I actually took quite a while for this to actually play out, but nonetheless, I think after this break I went break even or something, but yeah, TP was hit, actually was smashed through. Yeah, look, I remember. And yeah, very nice trade. And there was also, let me go through the last points of demand and supply, because it's subjective, you know, but they do, and I'll show you why, because they could be all over the place, but this one's very clean for an example. So this is the last point of demand. And why is it the last point of demand? This low put in this high, and price has come back in, reacted to demand, what we want to see. We want to see a reaction, and we want to see it fail. It failed to close above and make a new higher high. So supply has overpowered demand, and then we've given a market shift. So that is the last point of demand, and it's the same for supply. We want to see a reaction, and then we want to leave liquidity behind, because we're going to use it as a liquidity to take our entry for our move. And this entry model is like my first ever entry model, and my conservative entry, and it's very clean, and you'll see in all my recaps it happens, you know, enough. So I'll run through it, and I trade from the last liquidity sweep at the extreme, and you can see in the recaps why they're strong as well. Same as my refined zones, I want where this liquidity sweep was on the edge. So we've got this supply, this is the last point of demand, and it's also nice, doesn't need to always happen, but if your last point of demand like sweeps liquidity, it even holds even more weight, but it doesn't always need to be like this. But I'll not get into that. I'll focus on the last point of demand. we've got a reaction, we leave behind liquidity to take on entry, and then we ultimately get a demand failure because we've taken it. And this shows strength to be selling, because if demand was still in control, we would have got this movement and put in the new higher high, but that never happened. We took the demand out. So that is the last point of demand. If you take your 5 hour, like, I wouldn't trade this against a higher time frame, but you know, if you take your 5 hour conservative TPs when you're playing counter trend, you know, would have played out. But high news around here, you don't want to be doing it. I'd paper traded this just because obviously I hit TP here, I had a look, and I obviously seen everything playing out here. But yeah, I'll show on the screen. This was a live trade, this was a paper trade. But obviously I'm well aware I wouldn't have put this through live, because we're coming to make a new higher time frame, higher high, and obviously news. Say you did take this would be a very valid loss. Obviously we know now that's against the higher time frame, but this is also an internal lower high. So you don't know, it might put in a new, this could have well done this. You never know. I'm taking this low. But obviously this has a lot of good intentions to be the new higher low, to put in the new higher high. So this is against momentum, but this, me saying this would be a valid loss, because your lower time frame edge has presented and no one has 100% strike rate. I'd rather take a valid loss there than in the middle somewhere. So I hope that makes sense. But yeah, and let me change something here. It's the exact same thing with supply. Obviously went through a little bit there on the buy that I took, but this is just going to be the opposite. Market shift to the upside. Liquidity to take, there we go, but let's change the colours. Last point of supply, demand that caused it. So this is a market shift, because if price was to continue bearish, we would have come up, this would get respected, and we would have done this price action, making lower lows and lower highs. So this is the power of the last point of supply. We've come in, we've given a reaction which we want. We just want a little reaction, leave liquidity to take on entry, and ultimately break through supply, given the last point of supply, so supply failure with our market shift. And this is my entry. And you know, when I see these and I take these, this is how I mark them up and store them away and study them. We get what caused the move. Liquidity sweep. Well, I need to be in where the liquidity sweep is. My market shift. My last point of supply. This liquidity to take, it's going to say 5, I'll go with 4, I'd like to put it in. Liquidity to take, and what caused the move? I come from this range here. The sell to buy that caused the move. And obviously I already know that I'm taking it from the sell to buy of the wick that swept liquidity. And that's what I want to see, and that is the edge. That is it. You've either seen it in a lot of the trade recaps, but that is the last point of supply, last point of demand. Just got asked about them in a video. I just got a message about them, so I wanted to show them. And just stick to this entry, you know, it's very conservative, because we'll get 5 things need to happen, along with the medium time frames, the higher time frames, and all the confluences I went through in a previous video. And sticking to that and sticking to this entry, you know, you'll get a lot of success. But yeah, that is the last point of supply, last point of demand. I hope you enjoyed this video. Actually, let me see what price is just now. and yeah, can't really say what's going to be going on with price just now. I'm going to let it develop, but it's obviously expanded, so I'll be waiting to see, maybe not today, but see what price action develops over the next couple of days to see if we get liquidity sweep, a break of structure, and then a 1 minute in here, might be able to play a pullback into discount if that is what's going to happen. Just be mindful that this is counter trend, but after a massive push like this and a break of major structure, you can anticipate a pullback. And if we don't get this price action for a pullback, I'll be just looking to take continuations if they show. But yeah, again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if this entry is okay, and I'll just stick to, you know, my previous recaps if so. But this is just something I'm working on, so I thought I would share it with you guys. And yeah, hope you have a nice trading session, and catch you in a bit.